So Reese, what is business protection?
So business protection is essentially life insurance that's held within a limited company. So if you are the director of a company and something was to happen, you were to pass away, the money is then paid back into the limited company or potentially to your spouse if it's a relevant life policy. There's massive advantages, especially when there's multiple directors. But yes, it's what it says in the tin. It is life insurance, but for your limited company.
And what are the advantages of a business protection policy compared with a regular life insurance policy?
So there are multiple advantages. The main one being that it is a tax deductible expense within the business. So if you were used to paying your life insurance personally and it's taken on as a business expense, then that is taken off your corporation tax. As well as that, if you've got multiple directors or shareholders in the business is in control then of the policies that are covering those people, whether they're key people or they have actual ownership of the business. Whereas if they have their own life insurance policy, that's probably more for their family or maybe for their mortgage, whereas this policy is built specifically for their role in the business.
And who are the type of people that should be getting a business protection policy?
So it's built for limited company directors and key people within a business. So for example, you have a limited company, there's two directors and they have 50-50 ownership. If one of them passes away, the policy would pay out to cover the cost of their shares, so that person A would then own the whole entire business and the person who had passed away, their family then would get the payout for the life cover. Or it may be that replacing that person is going to take a period of time, or you may need significant, a good sized salary to replace that person. So the life insurance would pay into the business to allow the business to continue to trade without that individual's input if they were no longer there. So yeah, any limited company director should have some sort of business protection in place.
What are the different types of policy that you can get with a business protection?
So much like your normal life insurance that you would have for your mortgage or your income or maybe critical illness, all of these policies can be set up in a business protection scenario. The main scenarios will be you'll have loan protection, so a business that's taken on debt, and this is also very relevant to limited company buy-to-let portfolio landlords where they have taken on mortgages on their property. They should really have a policy set up within the company to clear that debt if something was to happen to them, so that their family are left with unencumbered assets. In a more trading business scenario, you may have key person. So you have a key person in the business, someone, your main sales person, someone who runs operations, who, if you lose that person, it's going to take a while to build up to what their pipeline or maybe to replace them. So you could have a life insurance policy on them. Equally, you can have critical illness in these scenarios. So you have a company director or a key individual who is going to be off for a year or two. And rather than having to hire someone straight away, you may be able to have an insurance policy that pays out and covers their absence for that period. And then thirdly, income protection in the same way. It will cover a director's salary. So if that individual is off work for a period of time, but needs their salary covered, that can be claimed on the income protection policy. So there's scenarios for both sort of buy-to-let limited company landlords as well as trading business.